Well. All right. Yeah, internet problems again, y'all. So if it drops, I'm sorry. We're going to try to push it and see what happens, and go from there. So let me make an adjustment here, bring that down. Okay. All right. Now we'll see what happens. So, in case you guys missed my first intro, hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're all doing well. We're in Memphis today in an Airbus A300 and the FedEx trim, of course. I'm gonna do a little trip from Memphis to Milwaukee, about an hour and some change, give or take. The good old INI build A300. Been on the fence with this thing here, man. I wasn't 100% sure if this was something I was going to move forward with or not, but I decided what the heck, why not, right? So, all right. Without further ado, we're diving here into the flight deck. I don't know if that can. Well, maybe be fine. Be fine. Let's see here. Actually, back here. Cabin real quick. It's really cool on the inside there. Really cool. I don't even hear that guy on VATSIM. That's funny. That's alright. Let's walk outside here real quick. Alright. Got to try to get the main cabin door on. Get the main cabin door open, that is. Let's see here. Alright. And I guess 145 degrees. We'll go ahead and open that. I think it's opening. I believe I saw it there. Just curious if it'll open all the way. Alright, yeah, it looks like that opened up. Let's head on back up front. Oh man. But yeah guys, Memphis to Milwaukee. Alright, let's a quick flow here through the overhead, make sure everything is on. Alright, looks like we're on external power. It looks good there. Alright, I think I'm happy with everything up top. We do need to get these guys on. Gives power to the I believe they call it MCP. Not sure. Alright, so let's pull up a good old sim brief. And once again, y'all, not sure what's going on with the interwebs, but those problems have crept up again. So if I lose you guys, I apologize. We'll try a little later. I'll try to record it or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure out something. Anyway, let's go into the load sheet here. So our zero fuel weight today will be 272,000 pounds compared to what I've been flying here lately. It's quite a bit. Blocking out today at 31,000 pounds. So we'll load that. We'll probably see a little jiggle from the strut. Yeah, so you can see it there. We're all loaded. I'm still trying to figure out. There we go. Alright. Alright, everything looks good on that page. Ground services. So of course here, and like I said, a lot of you guys will probably already have seen reviews of this thing, but you know, I mean, just your general, it does have ground services available by default, so you don't need jar design or anything like that, and apparently it's a work in progress as well. So, but really, I mean, for cargo ops, I don't foresee you using air start unit, yeah. Air conditioning car, okay, that's not on there. All right, so everything else is about lines up with what you'll be seeing. All right, so I guess we'll pull up the FMS here and get this thing programmed. I do want to do a quick radio check. Let's see here. That is a good question. Trying to see if the radios function well, which I'm not able to transmit, so I don't think they're working. I'm wondering if it's a situation where it needs to be a cold and dark state. Let's see if I can restart XPilot and see if that'll work without breaking anything. No, cold and dark. Alright, so it got to be cold and dark apparently. I was gonna try to cheat the system, but that's not working. All right, which I mean I get it, because there's another aircraft that is kind of temperamental that way. I think it's IXEG. I think for me, I have to start from a complete cold and dark situation, so no worries. All right, so I think flow is 1, 2, and 3. Just using logic here to get the aircraft powered up. All right, but I will use ground power. I don't think I'll mess with the APU right now. Ground services. Do need ground power. Hopefully we'll get that fairly quick here. Oh, there it is. All right, man, the sound's really good. All right, galley power, turn that on, turn all that on, and the airplane's powered up, so we're gonna need the nav lights. Let's get that on. Okay, so I'm comfortable with everything. Hopefully XPilot will behave, and drum roll, please. Of course not. Let's see here. Radio check. So it's recognizing the radios. Let's see here. Comm panel. Let's recycle it one more time. Ah, there we go. Radio check.
5x5.
Yay, it's working. Alright. Let's see. We do need to get these fellers warmed up. I think there's another one off way over here. Yeah. Alright, main door not closed. All that's not closed. It makes sense. Nav accuracy downgraded. We know. We know. Did it change my weights at all? Oh, they're still in there. Well, just to make sure. There we go. Alright, so got the loadout set. Let's go ahead and get this guy programmed up here. I'm scared to look at my frame levels. It's been insane with the internet issues. Let's take a look here what we got. Alright. Give y'all a rundown here. So looking at what we got from Sim Brief there. So looks like the winds are favoring Tree 6 Center. Selfie 6 Self 6 departure. Olo transition, and from Olo direct to Jot. Victor Lima Alpha, where it is, then Jot, and then gets transition off of Jot to Leiden, and go Packers to, I already know what it is, arrival in the Milwaukee. Once again, 272,000 pounds of fuel weight. We're hauling boxes, so I guess it's, I don't know, say pallets or whatever. And as mentioned, we're going to block out at 31.2, cost index of 22, and we'll cruise at 350. All right, so I'm going to leave that up and move this to the side so you guys can see that as well. And kind of, you guys can help me out here while we get this this fellow programmed up. Hey, John, what's going on, bud? Struggling on the connection today, man. So if I lose you, man, I'm sorry. I think Michael's problems transferred over to me, so now I'm having them. Oh my goodness, man. All right, so Memphis to Milwaukee, which is Kilo Mike Kilo Echo. This feels really, I'm not sure why, but I'm getting a lot of Boeing vibes. Align IRS, gotcha. All right, yay! So because I have it set to instant, so yeah, we're gonna get instant gratification there. All right, so let me double check the wins, y'all, because it's saying 3-6 center, but we're gonna double check that. 3-5-8, yeah. So I guess 3-6 center is then. Let's see. Let's go over here. Nope, don't need that just yet, but we will. Flight plan page. But yeah, I'm getting. Keep those problems there. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna blow my issues to catch the prevailing winds and make their way over there, man. So you can feel our struggle over here. It's bad. As soon as I got on, it's like boom. You know, we're dropping frames like crazy. So hopefully the experience won't be too bad, y'all. But if it is, I apologize. I apologize. All right, selfie 6. All right, cool. So apparently a big deal here is you want to make sure, which I normally do anyway, but you normally want to make sure that you choose your runway before you choose your departure and so on and so forth. Okay, all right, selfie 6, then direct Victor Lima Alpha. That's a VR. I'm just not sure which one it is. So let's see here, and then drum roll, please. Jot. I want to say that's Joliet, Illinois, I think. Whole vibe killed. I know, don't you hate that, man? And because that happens to me at times. So you know, it's like you get everything set up, especially if it's the labs or something. You know, you spend forever getting the thing programmed, and then you get ready to push back or get ready to depart, and boom, you know, something crazy like that happens. I'm the same way, man. At that point, I am totally unmotivated to do anything else with it. At that point, unless I'm streaming, then I'll make a valiant effort to recover the fumble, so to speak. But you know, pardon the football analogy, but you know, yeah, it's hard, man. I know it's hard. Let's see here. Hopefully they don't treat you too bad, man. You can climb to. So he's taking 2.7. I'm just not. This is a real heavy airplane. I do not feel comfortable risking that. Not right now. Just not right now. All right. So we'll go ahead and clear this discontinuity just for the sake of my sanity. All right, and let's see. Go back to initialization screen. Next page. All right, so block out at 31,000 pounds. As soon as I can get that typed in there, that'd be awesome, y'all. Just give me a moment here. I'll get myself together eventually. All right, load sheet 2272.8. I don't know why I keep hitting this page. Oh man. Alright, and CG at 35 flat, so we'll do 35.0. Alright, get that sucker dialed in there. Optimum is 33, but it's asking for... Let's see, we'll go ahead and do 33. Let's call ATC and let them know if they happen to jump on. And let them know. Alright, let's see. What is the QNH 3020? Alright, which is 1023 millibars. Let me dial this in. Yeah, we've been having crazy high pressures here in this area lately. Crazy high pressures. Should be a smooth flight then, if that's the case. Should have some nice stable air. We'll see. We'll go ahead and bug in. We'll go ahead and bug this in real quick. So going back, just to kind of segue off real quick, going back here, now we can call up the loader. The K loader there, so you can see that thing do what it does over there. Let's see, anything up here for right now? No, I think we're good. It's like my second time in this thing, guys, so bear with me. Alright, that looks good. So let's swing over here and see if we can get some takeoff numbers. See if I can find it. Nope, I don't need that. Takeoff perf. There we go. That's what we need. Alright, so winds. What do we say? So you can use a keyboard, which I think is pretty freaking cool. 350, but you have to hit the enter key. I'll get it one day, y'all. Oh man. Sundays. Alright. Let's see. Temperature 19. 19. Enter and QNH. So you have to enter the QNH here, which is not a big deal. Let's see. Alright. NC tow. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to pull that from somewhere off in here. 33. Yep, 33. Let's see here. Configuration. Alright, there we go. Alright. So config, I want to say that is slats 15, flaps 0. That will work. I want to say if you try to compute that, it'll yell at you. We'll get the runway data put in here real quick, and we'll see. We'll test that theory, see what happens. Oh no, he'll take that. Okay, V speeds are through the roof. Let's see what happens if we depart with flaps 15. See what that looks like. Okay, gotcha. All right. Makes sense. I mean, we got, which that makes sense. So we got miles of runway. So flex. So the assumed temperature would be 48 degrees. So for the assumed, to enter that, we'll hit flex here. And we'll put that guy in there, which heck, y'all probably already know this already. This thing's been out for a good month and some change. So I'm sure y'all are well aware. So let's go ahead and take a look outside here. Oh, cool. Getting us all loaded up there. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and get that APU on. So that's cool. It has its own fuel pump. All right, I'll go ahead and start that. And let's see. You guys are through a Navigraph. There we go. All right. Head back here for a moment. There's something. Is that clickable? Well, I'll be darned. I don't think we need to go in there right now. Too cool. Man, that guy's loaded up quick, didn't he? Alright, so check here our main display here. Looks like everything looks good. Looks like what we put in there. Got the APU going, so we'll go ahead and get those bleeds on. Arm that sucker there. We can go ahead and get our lights. Let me get our windows warmed up. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, modeling looks really good. What happened there, Stalker? Hey, man, what's going on? Yeah, man, freaking internet problems. Internet problems. Good old interwebs. Alright, so looks like as far as everything else, looks good. So let's head back over here to our FMS here. So let's see, we can send this data to the FMS. Alright, got numbers there from company. We should be able to go there and FCU. And if I remember correctly, I believe we have to dial in our V2 speeds in here. That's what it's wanting. Yeah, man, you gotta love them, man. And there's no fighting with them. There's no negotiating. You know, just the standard restart your modem, and there you go. Even that problem, so I have to have a hammer on. I guess that worked. What the heck is that? Oh, they're looks like they are closing the door for us, so we're good to go there. Sweet. Alright. Alright, so I believe we're all set. I don't know, y'all, it's mighty dark in here, isn't it? Let's see if we can, there we go. Get that. Get those guys on. I think everything else is pretty much set. Let me go check out this departure real quick. Let's see, self 6 departure. Let's see. I remember this departure when it was like the self 3 or something like that. Let's see, 3-6. All right, so 5,000 to be our initial. That'll be our initial there. We'll go ahead and dial in 360. Alright, profile, go ahead and arm all that. Alright. Let's see. Alright, y'all. I don't know about you guys, but I think we're about set there. Yeah, we are about set. So let's go ahead and get those. Let's go ahead and get those doors closed. Let's see, ground and air stairs. That should shut our door if I'm not. Yep, door shut. Alright, good. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. I don't know about y'all. I think I'm ready to push back. So let's go ahead and get those beacon lights on and get all 14 million of these fuel pumps on. And we'll go ahead and come off of that external power. I think we're done with that. And go ahead and call that guy back in. And yeah, I think she is ready to push. Or call sign here. I'll only remember that. Alright, let's go ahead. Transponder. Get this guy putting out some mode C. Yep, alright. You're putting out some mode C. And save some time here. I'm just getting our charts ready. Real quick, y'all. So what we'll do, as I can find it, what we'll do, we'll push back. We're up here, so we'll push. And I'm thinking we can probably head to Sierra and then take Sierra all the way down. And literally all the way down. Or, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe Charlie. And then we can take Charlie all the way down to Tree 6 Center and make our departure out of there. So, we'll do that. We'll do that. Alright. Alrighty, y'all, let's go ahead and I think I can call up. Yep, I can. Alright. And start.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, let's go ahead and make a call. West traffic, good morning. FedEx 1367 type A300. I'll be pushing back from stand 455 at FedEx terminal. We departing runway Tree 6 Center via taxiway Charlie there, Memphis traffic. Alright. Let's see, did you hear about the MMS update? They're working on United States. Yeah, I saw that. Also, developer is making the MD-11 Sarah J. Yep, saw that.
On 10 mile final runway 3611.
Alright. Yeah, I saw that, man. That's going to be actually really nice. Appreciate the like sub, by the way, y'all. And sorry for, like I said, just give you all heads up.
Hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
My internet is going to be a little wonky, so I know. Alright, I'm going to tune. Let's see. Reading that guy down hair. Whatever happened to the rotating MD-11? Not sure. That's a good question. Hadn't. Like I remember seeing an article about it and heard nothing else from it. Nothing else from it. Alright, let's see if we can recall this K-loader as well. It's going to cause some problems. Alright, let's see. Should be
connected and bypass.
Should be gone now.
Release parking brake.
But yeah, I hadn't heard anything else from it. Alright, I think we're all set. So, let's kind of double check here. Alright, let's go ahead and push.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Alright, so kind of, sort of, maybe like an Airbus. So we'll take the ignition selector switch and we'll bring that over to start B and start 2. The difference is we, just like our Boeings there, we'll have to watch her in 2 and bring fuel in manually. That's literally the only difference. So we'll spin her up to about 18-20% and all good. All right, there's 20%. Let's see. So apparently, I just read. I'm dying, y'all. Apparently, I just read an article now saying it's almost ready for release. Oh yeah. Looking pretty good for X-Plane here, man. Tons of freight haulers. That's really cool to see. Really cool to see. All right, there's that number 2 lining out there. Definitely don't get that quick startup like you would your normal GE powered airplanes. Just got Key West for MSFS. Oh yeah, man. What do you think about it? Haven't tried it. Yeah, I've been needing to pick that up myself, man. Been needing to pick that up myself. I'm gonna hold off on firing up 1 till we finish up our pushback.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, we'll go ahead and set our brake there.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
This thing is absolutely too cool. Short final design, Mr. X. I know, right? I know, but have you checked out the that FlightSim.2 website? There's some really good sceneries there, man. Really good sceneries. Alright, get my PFD set. So I got constraints on. All that looks good. So we got to hold off on auto brake. It's, once again, I guess that's kind of a Boeingism. So if we go ahead and arm the max auto brake, aka RTO, air Boeings, then it disengages when you hit the brake. So
Hand signal on the right. Well, see you next.
once again, Boeingism. All right, let's see. So let's go ahead and start full. Actually, let's go ahead and fire up 1. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Alright, there's the start valve is open. There's N2 coming up. It's FlightSim.2. Let me see if I can throw it in the chat real quick. FlightSim.2. Tons of freeware material, man. Tons of it. Alright, there's 19%. We'll go ahead and... So, you know, I mean, of course, you know, you want to get a fast as possible spin up on your N2, but that's really just to keep the EGTs down. So,
clear runway 36 left, going to the Bravo terminal.
So I mean, if you're cold like this first flight of the day, I mean, you know, just you can do lowest acceptable and it'll be just fine. You're not gonna hurt nothing. Not gonna hurt nothing. But yeah, man, really, really cool. Alright, I think we're all set here. We'll get... Let's see, we'll get that guy on. And, let's see, I guess apparently this is a quirk as well. You know, sometimes we forget to put that start selector switch back to off. If you do that in here, you're not going to get... your packs won't come on, so which makes sense. So, alright, AP bleed off. That's off. Hey, Ultimate, what's going on, my friend? Alright, everything looks good up yonder. I guess we'll get these on for what it's worth. I mean, all in boxes here. Alright, okay, I'm satisfied with it. Alright. Taxi. And we're looking for a Sierra. Memphis traffic FedEx 1367 taxiing to runway Tree 6 Center via taxiway Sierra. Memphis traffic. So much stuff on the website. Oh yeah, man, they got tons of stuff there. So Sierra, we're going to parallel 27 for a bit, and then we'll make a left on Sierra, and we'll take that sucker south to Tree 6 Center. Doesn't need much thrust at all getting this thing going. The only thing I didn't notice is you don't get a whole lot of directional authority with the tiller. You know, most airliners, you have a limited bit of deflection in the tiller left or right just by using your pedals, and I get none of that in this. So not sure if that's inherent to the aircraft itself, right, or if that's something that, you know, was just not modeled. I'm not sure. That's really been the only quirk I've found so far in terms of the experience, that is. Alright, looking pretty good. Go ahead and we'll go and work on these flaps here and get these guys going. So slats down to 15 degrees, and then flaps down to 15 there. Alright, that's like there's Sierra. Actually, you know what? Let's take Charlie. Let's take Charlie down. Let's take Charlie down. Most traffic, FedEx 1367, taxiing. We'll be we're going to take taxiway Charlie for Tree 6 Center for most traffic. All right, which I think is up yonder. All right, cool. Go back to our EFB. All right, trim is 0.7. I'll set that here in a minute. So the departure in the scene, it's going to take about about forever to get to 360. So in the meantime, departing in this thing, it's more of a manual process than really anything else. So it does have some VNAV capability. However, I don't think it really honors the constraints from what I can tell. Let's go ahead and get those strobe lights on there. Go ahead and cross. Let's see. Moves traffic FX 1367 is crossing 27 at Charlie. Moves traffic. So lots of hand flying in this airplane, which I think is really cool. Lots of hand flying. Definitely have to be on your P's and Q's, especially dealing in busy airspace. Fortunately, it's not too busy here in Memphis, so with this being my second flight, kind of works out. But definitely have to be on your A game on departure. This thing is extremely powerful. I mean, you had to work to get it to not want to climb at about 4,000 foot per minute. Very, very powerful machine. So with that being said, you know, without the additional comforts of honoring the altitude constraints, you know, it becomes more of a manual process for the flight crews. So that's really working this guy here and following the departure.
Traffic March 425 will be taxiing to runway Tree 6 Center via Juliet, Memphis traffic.
Memphis traffic FedEx 1367, taxiing to runway Tree 6 Center via Charlie, Memphis traffic. Alright. what's our ground speed here? So we're doing about 19 knots. Doesn't feel like it, right? Since we're such a large airplane. Definitely doesn't feel like it. I know these things, they come into Fort Worth Alliance from time to time, and there's an air show there, and they have one parked, and they use it as a display, and it is massive. It is massive. So needless to say, and I mean, ever since this thing dropped, I've been keeping my eye on it, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It was really the price that kind of deterred me initially. Just, you know, I think it's like $94 US there. So I was a little deterred by that, but you know, I've yet to really find anyone who had a real, legitimate negative comment about it. So I figured, you know what, why the heck not, right? Why the heck not? So went ahead and picked it up, and I am extremely glad I did. We'll go ahead. Oh, I don't know if we can close that just yet, but that's fine. I don't know if we can close that just yet. Our flight deck door is still open. All kinds of security concerns there. And the sounds do change depending on where you're at. Let's see if we can close it from here real quick. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, we'll lock this guy. There we go. Who knows, right? You may have a non-rever or something like that, you know, buddy passer, you never know. May have a bad day or something. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, so I got our takeoff rating set there. Everything looks good. We do need to set our trim. So, in terms of like features offhand that I can think of without going through the list, the terrain radar works just fine. Weather radar works. I believe there's some other additions or other issues that we're trying to get lined out. So, you know, there's that. But for the most part, I mean, everything's fully featured. So we're going to make I'm going to turn around here and make a left. I mean, right, I'm sorry. Let's see on Juliet. Alright, so yeah, right on Papa, then down Juliet.
Memphis traffic, March 45, departing runway 36 will be a departure to the southeast Memphis traffic.
Pick up the pace here a little bit. Got a message. What's that? Slides, cost index. Let's see here. Let's see. Did I miss that? I don't think I did. Let's see. Cost index. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Next page. I want to do. Let's see. Oh, so I guess can't do that. All right. Gotcha. Warm these brakes up a little bit. Jet 2. I'm not sure who those guys are. Alright, make a right on Papa and make a left here in Juliet. Get ourselves set up here for a departure. Can definitely feel that inertia. Especially especially stopping. You can definitely see the weight. Specifically in the strut and the strut stair when we stop. So that's really cool. Really cool to see. See if we can pick up the little power here. Man, those sounds are spot on. I mean, being behind these things, yeah, it's they are massive. They are massive. I used to see these things in Memphis all the time. All right, let's see. Making our way down here in Juliet. Let's see. I think I can multitask a little bit. I'm going to try. At least I need to get this guy down here. Down 0.8. That's close enough. All right. And idle these guys here. And once again, so before we depart, we just have to make sure we arm our auto brake. And like I said, you know, it's one of those things where it is an early auto brake system. So if we armed it now, it'll disengage on us. So we won't want to do that. So we'll go ahead and I don't think there's anybody shooting an ILS right now. So we'll go ahead and cross the hold short marker for ILS ops, and we'll hold short right here. Alright, and ease on the brakes here. Alright, looks good there. Alright, landing lights on. Let's see. Let's set up there. Takeoff. Ignition to continuous. Doesn't do it automatically. I'm going to, you know what? Let's go ahead and set this guy up. We're just going to say we're clear to tree 330. As soon as I can get her rolled up, there you go. Alright, close enough, cool. Alright, everything looks good, and alright. Memphis traffic, it's 1367, departing runway 360, departure to the north. Memphis traffic. Alright, files clear, runway's clear, clearance is received. Little breakaway thrust to get going. And alright, so we're gonna bring up the throttles to about 40%, let them line out there, and then we'll press toga. And apparently you don't want to touch them for the rest of the trip, so that's what we're gonna do here. Alright. We got tons of runway. Alright. Alright, take off. Start the clock. There's 40%. Where's that screw? Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, takeoff power is set. Engine instruments and limits. Airspeed is live. There's 100 knots, neutral on the stick. Alright, rotate. V2. That's right. You're up. Alright, fella should be on profile there. Alright. We're lined out there. Looks like climb power just set. Memphis traffic's 1367 on the upwind. Clear 36 center. Departure to the north. Last call. Memphis traffic. Alright. Flaps up. And slats retracted. And just got to be mindful of the be mindful that we stay under 250 there, because this thing will do it. She will do it. Bust through the clouds here, catch a little IMC. I do like the fact that these guys are clickable there, so you can zoom in, get a little. I'm intentionally staying above that horizontal bar there, just to keep our spare speeds in check. Want to stay just shy of 250. Here's a look at our vertical speed there, and this thing is no slouch. No slouch at all. Alright, and let's see, land the gear down. Make sure we do that. Since apparently if you don't put them in the off position, I'm sorry, not down, but off. If you don't put them in the off position, you won't have auto brakes later. So once again, you know, another gotcha there. So all right, looks like we're climbing out here pretty good. We'll hand fly it up to 10,000 there, and then we'll give it to Otto and let him take over. All right, starting to come up on 10 grand there. Definitely feels like a big, heavy airliner in terms of the response there. So that's really cool. All right, go ahead and get the autopilot armed, then we'll kind of monitor this guy. Air landing lights up. Are retracted. Everything looks good up here. We'll put this guy back on auto. And we'll put the ignition selector switch to off, and cool. Everything looks good. I'll zoom in here. I'm trying to see which one. Well, let's see, Gabriel. That's cool. You can see some of the weathering there on the paint job. Yeah, just a sweet model, man. Really sweet model. So we're climbing up nicely. So we'll go ahead and turn off the fasten seatbelt sign for whatever that's worth. Once again, I mean, even if you're non-revving on this flight, or you know, on a freighter, it's just not a whole lot going on. I wonder if, since we're still locked here, so like the cockpit door is still locked, let's see if we can still open it. Yeah, we can still open it. That's fine. All right, head back here once again. I love this though. You can kind of venture around the model. And some freighters, this is a solid wall. Like for example, the 737 with the Boeing conversion. This is a solid wall. It's like a little porthole there you can go through. But this looks more like a tarp. with some cargo netting there. So in the event these guys do slide, which would be detrimental to how these things fly. I mean, just detrimental. Especially, you know, depending on, you know, the phase of flight. In the event these guys do slide, it doesn't, you know, doesn't hurt anyone up here. So a safety feature there. Not a whole lot of windows here. And this panel, I think you guys may have seen me manipulate it before. All this here works. So the cockpit door operation, you can adjust the angle of the main cockpit door depending on, you know, what kind of cargo you're taking on. Open and closed with the latched annunciations. All the lights, which this is extremely functional at night. I took this thing up last night and didn't have a whole lot of issues there seeing out. This is really the only window you have. I know, looking out there, you can barely kind of play around with it and get some kind of a semi-wing view. Well, that's pretty cool. Shut the door here. Jump back up front. Alright, so we're well past. Go ahead and put those guys to standard. And let's see, frequent icing range, but we have no visible moisture. We're not in visible moisture at the moment, so we're good. Let me go. Alright, so is that FMC data? Alright, so the settings page, just want to, while we're not doing a whole lot here, so we're making that turn to the northeast. I mean, just your simple, you know, run-of-the-mill settings page. It's not anything too crazy. Of course, your units, which that to me is really nice to have. There's still some aircraft out there that don't have it. ILS alignment time, of course, you know, unless you're doing bleeding edge realism, right? And you can link, this is your altimeters there, so linking the standard function. Let's see, linking your flight directors, barometers, nozzle steering. First, you can choose for keyboard or yaw. Of course, we have a tiller, so we'll leave that guy there. Oh, sometimes the mouse functionality is a little wonky. It takes a little getting used to. Well, that's alright. It does take some getting used to. But, I mean, in terms of, you know, complexity, it's, you know, it really has a, you know, unique blend of technologies there, which I think is really cool. Really, really cool. Go back here into the FMC. Let's see, econ climb there. So optimum is still 330, so that's where we're set for. 330. Haven't really done anything with the descent forecast yet thus far. The secondary flight plan does work. Shout out to INI for that. That is a function that works. So it's really cool to see, because you have no idea how many aircraft don't have that functionality. And I mean, it does come in handy once you get the hang of it. Definitely comes in handy. Reference pages, I mean, it's more of an Airbus thing there. See, coming down here, compartment temps, fairly standard. Nothing too crazy there. So I'm wondering, I'm not sure if this is the synoptic you would see in a pure cargo version, or if this, or if that synoptic is something that's brought over from, you know, a passenger variant that's been converted over for cargo ops. So I'm not sure on that one. But there's a lot going on in this overhead panel. A lot. I did notice that. But once again, for the most part, everything stays dark. You know, dark is good. You know, as with most Airbus aircraft, right? But just the fuel system is very unique. Still quite automated. So, you know, thank goodness for that. But, you know, we're looking at trim tank pumps. There's a lot going on. We might even be able to get a more of a synoptic view here of the amount of tanks that we're looking at. So, quite a bit to see here, and we can also see the CG. So, you know, depending on, you know, it almost reminds me a lot of the Concorde, right? So I'm not sure if you guys have flown a lot of Concorde like simulations. I mean, there is a lot that the flight engineer does in terms of moving fuel from one side of to the other to keep the CG within acceptable ranges in flight. Especially once you get up to, you know, get up to altitude, and Coffin Corner becomes that much more of a, you know, potential hazard. You know, you definitely want to make sure the airplane's trimmed out, which, you know, not only includes the standard trim, right, but also to make sure that the fuel and all that fun stuff's in balance. So, fortunately, though, once again, thankfully, that's all handled automatically. Zooming out here. So, did a little research. So FedEx tends to fly quite a bit of these, and UPS as well. Two variants, of course. There is the GE, which is what we're in now, and the Pratt & Whitney, which I think FedEx operates as well. I think I say that because there's another livery that's for Pratt & Whitney, and of course, you know, the only real difference is, you know, well, different engine, right? But, you know, in terms of how we operate it, you know, we'd be monitoring EPR instead of the N1 speed of the stage 1 compressor. So, you know, I mean, tomato, right? You know, it's really not a whole lot of difference there. So, I mean, it looks daunting. I think that was my initial impression, like, holy smokes, I'm going to have to learn a whole new airplane. But realistically, now, okay, here's another gripe that I had. I'm all about documentation. Like, I'm that guy. I'll download, you know, the manual, right, and load it up on my iPad, and I'll, you know, in my free time, I'll read it or whatnot. You know, just weird, perhaps, but, you know, it's how I am. The manual, the official, quote unquote, I'm not sure. Cam's off, but the quote unquote official manual is only like 48 pages. So it's more like a brochure than a manual. But anyway, however, you know, in their defense, they did do a fantastic job with an entire video series. Who else did that? AKRacing did that as well with their Tecton FMS system for their Embraer series. So you go to their channel and they got, you know, cold and dark tutorials and things like that. I mean, just a butt metric ton of information in those videos, especially for those of us who, you know, pick up things a little more quickly, you know, visually. You know, you got that option there, which once again, you know, it's pretty slick. But nevertheless, you know, I mean, I think it's been pretty nice to see, you know, something, you know, maybe some performance tables or something like that, which I'm sure we can probably find them on the interwebs. But it just would have been nice to kind of, you know, see a little more substance there, a little more substance with the documentation. That's all. But you know, once again, you know, despite all that, you know, I was able to get this thing up and going within 30 to 40 minutes. I watched like the first section of the video, and everything else really all is really just learning the quirks of this airplane. And I think that was the most, you know, the most challenging perspective of is just learning the quirks. But you know, once you get past that, I mean, it pretty much operates. If you've operated a Boeing aircraft and have some experience with Airbus, I mean, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Thanks for the likes, by the way, y'all. Once again, forewarning those who are just coming in, guys, welcome. The interwebs is not treating me well, so I've been having some inconsistent performance in my internet. So if I lose you guys, my apologies. I'll record the rest of the trip and throw it up there for you. But so far, knock on something. You know, cross fingers and toes and whatever other appendages, and hopefully we can finish out this trip. But I mean, so far, looking right now, I mean, it's a fairly quick flight, guys. Once we get up to altitude, we're looking about 44 minutes there till we got wheels on the ground. So that's pretty nice. And look at this ground speed. Oh my gosh, 250. At 73. Get up out of here. Holy smokes. I love the fall. I mean, I'm a fall type of person, but aviation wise, if you're going like I do a lot of cross countries in real life, and you know, if I'm going back home to visit family, which is east of me, you know, the flight's amazing. Now when you're coming back from vacation, right, you know, kind of trying to taking your time, you know, you got a little bit of a headwind there, so you know, at least you'll have an excuse. but yeah, you know, love this time of the year. So those transcons, you know, become much more of reality for me. I mean, especially when you're, you know, knocking almost an hour off your time there. But to navigate this thing, I mean, it's pretty, you know, just like any other aircraft there, especially Airbus. You know, looks like it's in the general area. Much older design. You can tell from of course, you know, you can tell, but you know, it's set up very, very similar to, you know, your other Airbus aircraft. You know, you got your plan page here. Jump over to plan mode. Boom. You know, you can kind of work your way through, which I'm totally glad we did because we got some weirdness. Did y'all see that? VLA is way off in nowheres, which can pose a problem, which I'm going to tell you why this happens sometimes. And this also happens in real life, which is nice when you look at your flight release. On the release, of course, they'll have the fix or VOR name, but under that will also have the frequency. And I'll show you why here. And I think I just freaked it out. Hold on, autopilot just kicked off on me. It's all right, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Hold on. All right, so we're descending. My controls. Probably should have put this guy in heading mode, but it's all right. That's all right. That's all right. So all we'll do here, we'll go into heading select. We'll go into heading select here, and let's put this guy back on the map. Help us out. Put that guy heading select, and let's see if we can get her trimmed out again, right? And see if we can get her back on course, and then we'll get back to fiddling with the FMS. So I want to make sure we aviate, navigate, then communicate. So let's get the airplane back situated, and then we'll go back to fiddling with the FMS. Which is good training. You know, we're going to get direct twos and all that fun stuff from where you're on the horn with center. So it's a good training to see. So FYI, if you clear a waypoint, you're going to completely freak the autopilot out. So, you know, where most aircraft will default to either heading select mode or heading hold mode, right? When we're making mode changes and or changes in the FMS. This guy says, nope, I don't know where I'm going. Here you go. You have controls. So, point taken. All right, they were trying to see if we can catch it right here. All right, Otto. You got it? You good? All right, let's go. So, Let's see here. So what was that? VLA Victor Lima Alpha. All right. Let's see. So we got 2 waypoints here. So what I should have did. This is all Stalker's fault. You should have totally paid attention. But what we should have did, or should have done. Let's see. Let's look at our. So yeah, that's Joliet. No, I'm sorry. Vandalia, I think, something like that. Vandalia, I heard that one. Let's see here. Let's search my database here. Let's see. All right, so Vandalia VOR. So what was that? All right, so 1 to 14. So normally the closest on top, but they threw a curveball here and put that guy down there. So, I'll be all right. All right, so we'll clear this discon, which that should take us on over to Joliet. So let's do this. Let's go direct. Vandalia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. All right. Hopefully I didn't freak it out. Let's see. All right, so that's so are we that far off? Let's see. I don't know if we want to go. All right, yep, that'll put us on course. That'll put us on course. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this guy on. Look at there. She's tracking. All right. She's tracking. It's like she's trying to grab 330, but man, you know, this would be something I would expect from a older auto flight system. So, you know, especially something, you know, especially let's say for example we're shooting like an instrument approach, right? You know, we want to make sure that we're the shallower the intercept, the better. Especially, you know, big, heavy, old airplanes like this. You know, it's just paramount. You know, we don't, because what's going to happen, it's going to blow clean through the localizer, and then it's going to start S-turning, and at that point you might as well go miss because the approach is completely blown. Especially, you know, if you're like 15 DME, you know, from the runway there. So something, you know, we'll keep in the back of our mind. So when we start the approach phase, we'll get ourselves oriented to where we can get a very shallow intercept. Let's see her making that turn there. So I think this is like a step up. I think the original A300 still had the 3-person cruise, if I'm not mistaken. So we're sitting off in here somewhere, doing what flight engineers did. Yeah, see, it's trying to catch it. It's gonna take a little bit, but she's trying to snag it there. So, you know, once again, you know, one of the things there we'll keep in mind, you know, if we have to make a change, right? If we're making a change in, you know, or lateral navigation there, we can we'll throw this guy heading select, and then we can do our thing and, you know, re-intercept the fix, or maybe go direct to the fix, or whatever we need to do. So then we're good now. So we're at 330, looking just peachy. All right, so now actually let's go back and head back through this flight plan here, make sure we don't have any other whoopsies. I think we're good for the rest of the way though. There's Joliet, and then go Packers. Yeah, right. I don't even know if they're playing today. Let's see. But I'll tell you what we may do though. We'll check the weather once we get a little closer. But if it's favoring this runway, we may break off at D-tie and just go direct to our initial approach fix of what's that? JUTAX, something like that. Excuse me. We'll see what happens as we get closer. Let's see. And I'm thinking, so it doesn't look as if we're gonna get, I've read that there's vertical guidance, but then again, y'all, you know how some of these can be. So, alright, first of all, we're gonna run into any ATC. So Cleveland's on. Houston Center's on. It was open, we'll get more action, y'all, but I don't think so. Don't think so. I was hoping we'll get more action. I was looking at the map here. And it's normally quiet on Sundays. I mean, I really didn't expect a whole lot there. But yeah, it's definitely quiet. Let's see, show you guys here on the old maps. So you guys can also see our detour there. You see us coming out there, and you know, we hit that whoops, and then cutting back over there to finish our trip. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Still got plenty of gas. I'm glad we missed that though. That would have been not cool. But yeah, Minneapolis is up here. So right now, let's see if I can hover. METAR there. So 320 gusting 19. All right, so fairly strong winds there. So yeah, I'm thinking 0-1 for right now. So we'll plan for that until something else changes, and then we'll go from there. How does that sound? All right. Let me get this out of y'all's way. I'm scared to even check my frames. All right, so knock on wood, y'all. Knock on wood. Almost halfway there. So, oh man, gotta love these internet service providers. I have not had the opportunity to jump into the Pratt & Whitney yet, so I'm wondering how much of a difference will the sounds be. You imagine there would be somewhat of a difference, but you know, there's just no telling. I know the GE version sounds just immaculate. I mean, just amazing. But next trip, I may fire up the old Pratts and see what they sound like. But in terms of feature set, while we got some time, y'all, we'll take a look at these features here. So of course, you know, the custom FMS. Let's see, and apparently the system rendition is there with hydraulic, electrical pressurization and fuel operation. With the trim tanks, which we've already had some experience with. Too cool. See if it gets a little quiet up here. Oh, that's cool. Got nice and quiet so we can talk. Let's see what else here. Interesting. Let's see. Tuned flight model. I can't say how accurate it is because I have no time in one, but you know, feels like a heavy jet, right? Taxiing behavior. Yep, you can kind of see that there. Of course, the visuals, 4K, PBR texturing, accurate tone night lighting, which I can attest to that, y'all. It's freaking amazing. Sounds there. Okay, so they did do the custom sounds for both the Pratt & Whitney and the Pratt & Whitney PW 4000 model. I wonder if I can show y'all. Let's see if I can change this here. If I can find it, that will be cool. Alright, see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. There we go. Here we go, y'all. On the website there. Look at that. Boom. So yeah, accurate sounds. Dynamically balanced. All levers. Cool. Have their own unique sound. Let's see. INN ground handling set. So we've seen a little bit of that. And once again, apparently that's a work in progress. So it should only get better, right? Interactive loading area functionality, which I saw, which is, I think is really cool. And another one, and here's the thing that kind of tipped the balance for me in terms of, well, gee whiz, should I buy this thing or not? Because it's 69 euros, which comes out to be like 90 bucks, right, US. So, so you really get two models, right? And just kind of looking at that, you know, I was like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think American ran these or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So that'd be pretty cool. You guys know how I am about my old bird, so why not, right? Why not? Vulcan is supported, and then there's your system specs there. But I mean, you guys get the drift, right? You know, AKR's wind uplink. Haven't tried that yet. Haven't tried that just yet. See, stall behavior. Try not to get in that situation there, but yeah, you guys get the drift. So really cool, really cool. All right, let's see here. Put that feller back on that. All right. All right, let's dive back over. Dive back over the flight deck here. Cool. Alright, so once we get on course here, we're going to kind of look at our distance, and looks as if we're going to have to do a little bit of manual descent planning, which is no issue at all. Get to exercise that noggin here for a moment. Get my pen and paper out here. So the GoPack 2 arrival. Let's see. GoPack 2 arrival. Just pulling it up on the old charts here. All right. Alright, cool. That's going to be weird. No problem. Let's go. Alright, let's see if we can take a look at this arrival. So we're going to Milwaukee. My apologies for the clicking there. Alright. Well, heck, let's go ahead and go through it together, right? Why not? Let's see. All right, get this guy up and going here. So we're coming in from the south here. So we're coming in from Leiden. Really, no constraints there. So yeah, I'm not seeing any constraints at all, guys. Are you? I think we should be good. So we'll just work ourselves down here. As we get closer, we'll monitor our distances and all that fun stuff. I think the only real restriction there, 250, which we should be at about 10,000 or below 10,000 by then. So we'll plan for that. We shall plan for that. All right. All right, y'all. Let's look here and see what we got. Prague. So 353 miles to destination. So we're going to monitor that. Once we get about 170 out, we'll start our descent. Maybe a little later. We'll just kind of see how things pan out there. So yeah, we got a little ways to go little ways to go. So, let's just go ahead and call out the elephant in the room, right? So, I'm sure a lot of the folks ask, why in the heck are you buying, you're continuing to purchase aircraft. We got 2020 out, right? Yay, in which y'all, as much as I am blown away every day by 2020. In fact, I flew it this morning, did a little flight from Boston to Nantucket. And it was an interesting flight, but just a heads up, guys, Boston needs some work. So hopefully this USA update, we'll start seeing some love being shown to some of these airports. Like Boston's a hot mess, DFW's a hot mess. I mean, there's a lot of airports that need work, right? So, but, even then, continuously blown away. Frames were pretty good, right? Didn't have any CTDs, which makes me wonder if the issues we're having in terms of CTDs was more related to perhaps OBS, which is what I use for streaming, or what. I don't know. We'll have to play with it later. But yeah, heck, I mean, I asked myself, right? Why spending additional money on add-ons for another platform? And just being realistic about it, right? We're looking at about another 6 to 12 months until we start seeing a good high fidelity airliners for 2021, which is fine, right? I mean, the timeline is the timeline, and I would rather for development teams to take their time. And in addition to that, we can't forget that this sim literally almost on a monthly basis is evolving. So it's very difficult to hit a moving target, right? So if I'm a developer and I'm developing some, crazy, uber awesome aircraft that has all the bells and whistles, right? You want to ensure that the platform that this particular software is going to run on is as stable as possible. And right now, I mean, I don't know about you guys, with all the updates and fixes that are coming out, it's not very stable at the moment, right? And I think we've seen a lot of that with X-Plane, especially those of us who willingly enrolled in the beta programs, and then we get third party add-ons that are high fidelity, and sometimes unknowingly we run the software in a beta environment, and the software breaks or causes CTDs or all kinds of craziness, right? So that's when the developer is like, well, shoot, let me, try to work on an update. So they work on an update, but by the time that update comes out, we have, boom, another update for the platform. So, I mean, you guys can see where that can get a little convoluted, which is why, a lot of folks are saying now, well, let's see what happens, next year, 6 to 12 months, we'll see what happens, which, in the meantime, what do we do till then, right? And just kind of going back, I know I'm going to continue to run 2 sims, even though, at some point we start seeing aircraft in 2020, they're, extreme high fidelity, things like that. I'm probably still going to run 2 platforms. I mean, that's just me. Right now I'm running 3, and that's a little overwhelming, but 2 is fine. For me, that is. But I say all that to say this. I'm thinking P3D will probably be the sim that will probably go once 2020, matures to a point to where we start seeing add-on aircraft. So, with that being said, I think X-Plane is, of course, alive and well, right? There's tons of, add-ons for scenery, things like that. And I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, which, kind of led me to, make a decision, to go ahead and opt to pick this up. But, I don't see myself really doing a whole lot else. I mean, doing much else with P3D. That's just me, guys. Please let me know your thoughts on the chat, or in the comment section or whatnot. But that's just me, I think once PMDG and all those guys start to kind of make their way over, you know, I'm thinking P3D is probably going to be uninstalled. And then there's there's murmurs about X-Plane 12 now already, right? So, I mean, who knows, guys? Who knows? All I know is it is really awesome for flight simmers right now. So, I mean, it's just really awesome. I mean, there's tons of options, tons of, you know, different directions you can go. I mean, you know, those of us who have, you know, medium scaled systems, you know, there's platforms for that. If you're not ready for 2020 just yet, totally fine. You still got P3D, you still got X-Plane 11. You know, those aren't going anywhere. I mean, so it's just a really, really good situation right now for the industry, and one that I'm really excited about. But I was even more excited to finally see we're starting to finally get freighters, period, in any flight sim. So, you know, once I kind of, you know, figured out, you know, kind of what I'm getting, it was almost kind of a no-brainer after that. But, you know, so far, really, really impressed with it. Quite challenging, especially on approach and landings. You guys will see it's you know, definitely have to stay ahead of the airplane. That's for sure. Definitely have to stay ahead of the airplane. Systems wise, I mean, you know, I can't think of a whole lot more we would need to get a good, thorough experience out of this. I really don't. Flame outs and all that, you know, I mean, those are situations we try to stay out of anyway. And I know folks who have gone their whole careers and have not had one flame out or hot start or anything like that. So, you know, I mean, you know, I just don't have to have that, which I'm not sure if this has that implemented or not. But I mean, everything else is functional. I mean, literally everything in here is functional. I don't think I've ran into a switch yet that was not functional. And I messed with a lot of switches in here, and they all worked. So, you know, which is really cool. So, like, for example, this down here, you know, you can use that for your night vision. Now, of course, I haven't pressed that yet. But, I mean, just a lot of functionality in this thing, guys. A lot of functionality. Not sure what they plan on doing with this. Just not sure yet. That may be, you know, something down the road. Just not sure. Let's take a look here. All right, so 294 miles to our destination. Winds are kind of shifted on us here a little bit. A little bit of a headwind, but that's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. Of course, going through some of the synoptic displays. You know, I think we're all familiar with that. You know, those of us who spent some time in the bus, like the A320, A319, all that fun stuff. Generating systems there. I love to see the non-uniformity in the values there. Not sure if you guys caught that. I love seeing that. So that's very promising. One thing I have not looked at is the synoptic displays for the pneumatic system, which is here. Should see some differences there. I haven't done a engine start and watched this. I'm curious to see when these valves open, right? Are we getting a gradual increase in pressure, or is it just boom, 44 psi or whatever the engine needs to start? Haven't tried that yet. So something that's on the list of things to check out in this sim. I mean, yeah, with this aircraft. So, those of you just coming in, guys. So definitely welcome, and welcome. So yeah, top of the set here, but I don't know. We're probably gonna take that here just a tad earlier. making our way to Milwaukee. I haven't been up this way in quite some time. And sim are in real life, but if you love bars or of age to enjoy things like that, Milwaukee is definitely a fun place. That is for sure. Alright, so there's the lead in there. I don't know, guys. I think we're not gonna start this early, right? But I think once we get to about 180 there, we'll probably start that descent, which should line up more with what we're seeing here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's pull this up here again. And it's kind of checking out pressurization, screen, fuel, which we've seen that. APU display there, got flight controls, doors, and wheels there, so that's pretty cool. So I'm assuming this is almost kind of like your eCam display on this side here. That is all really cool. Let's see if I can get some lights. There we go. Helps out a little bit here with this shadow. Oh, sometimes I feel like X-Plane's a little too dark, but that's me. I see takeoff calculations. I don't see anything for landing, so once again, shouldn't be too big of a deal. In terms of landing configurations, not a whole lot there. You got slats 15, flaps 20, or slats 30, and then flaps at 40 degrees. And I think, in addition to, let's say if you wanted to land at flaps, that could pick up 15 on the slats and 20 on the flaps. I think there's a switch or something that you have to select here on the pedestal. Yep, here it is. I think I see it right in front of the levers there. So we'll just have to make this selection here, which on A320s, if y'all don't remember, they're located somewhere in this area there. That's really the only difference there. So like, for example, if the winds are real gusty or something like that, you know, and of course the aircraft weight allows it, you know, and the runway allows it, we could opt to use those flap settings there. So a little more controllable and gusty winds and windy conditions like that. Zoom this out a little bit. Let's see. See what else is applicable here. So the jump seat, I don't think you really do much with the jump seats. The lav? Why is the lav open? You know what? We hit the wrong door. We hit the wrong door, I think. Yep, we did. That's fine. It's like a laboratory. Wait a minute, did that move? Yeah, there we go. I didn't want to test the theory though. I was reading that the toilet's flushable, which, I mean, yay, but toilet sounds, I'm not sure where in the heck is the weird. Yeah, I'll see where you would flush it. Maybe they taken it out or something, I don't know. Trust me, not gonna break my heart that the toilet doesn't flush. Alright, so let's make our way back in the flight deck there. Alright, so it's actually shut. Alright, see where we at here. Prague. 239. Cool. So it looks like we're about... let's see if I can... Okay. Oh, there it is. Alright. About 25 minutes out. 25 out on the arrival. Camera settings there. But yeah, I mean, all in all, you know, it's, now it depends on what you're looking for. You know, if you know you're not gonna do a whole lot of freight runs, like at all, it would probably, you know, I don't see, you know, $94 being, you know, a justifiable expense if you're only going to fly this thing, you know, a couple times. But, you know, if you love old jets and you love freight hauling, you know, that's your thing, then highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Pressurization, okay. Yeah, like I say, guys, I'm still learning this airplane. I really am. Looking for documentation, like more thorough documentation in the systems. And it could have been a licensing issue. No, we can't forget that. Could have been licensing problems, right? You know, that comes to be, you know, more and more of an issue these days. So, you know, that could very well have been it. But so far, you know, once we get to a point to where we get ready to shoot this approach, which will be an ILS, we'll shoot an ILS. Pretty simple setup. You know, we got our ILS radio here. Then, of course, our two VORs. I believe an ADF is included as well. Yep, we got ADF here. I'm just curious. Looks like they have this blocked off or something. Just curious to see what that will be. Let's see who else is on. Watch these guys start coming on here and towards the end of the day. That's normally how it works, right? Normally how it works. But yeah, it's really been impressed with this guy here so far. Now I can easily see, you know, firing up X-Plane and jumping in this, and you know, of course, lately I've been using 2020 for more or less VFR flights. I see that they've just made tons of improvements on the fly-by-wire A320, which shout out to fly-by-wire the team for, you know, not losing hope and keeping the dream alive. For those of us who long for tube liners in 2020, they're definitely making it happen. Then there's a G3000 update that I saw in the VATSIM. A lot of folks have been messing around with G1000 updates. There's updates for the CJ4 in 2020. So I mean, there is no one is sleeping on this sim at all. No one is sleeping on it. So that's, you know, it's, you know, it hasn't been a dull moment over there either. I'll leave it at that. But, you know, definitely, you know, enjoy jumping on X-Plane here time to time and fiddling around with this old bird. So it's, I think this is something I'll be messing with for a while, especially, you know, since they're working on the passenger version as well. I don't see myself running that as much as, you know, this version here, but, you know, who knows. Who knows, right? Not much going on VATSIM at all. Let's see if we can pick up Cleveland. Let's see if we can pick those guys up. I don't think we need to talk to them at all. We're actually supposed to be talking to, I think, Minneapolis, if I'm not mistaken. Read this guy here, 134.9, excuse me, y'all. 134.9. I may or may not be able to pick him up here. We'll see.
Cleveland Center, Cessna.
Oh, there we go.
9 Delta is with you heading north. Heading towards point.
For 6549er Delta, are you currently in the Detroit area airspace?
He cleared me to change frequency to 6549 Delta.
For 6549er Delta, stand by.
Oh, we just missed Memphis area, y'all. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Would you just look at it? Get out of here, y'all. Hold on. Let me show you guys here.
Contact Detroit approach 126.22.
Let me show you guys here.
At this point, I will not be requesting flight following 6549 Delta.
6549er Delta, Roger. Advise 10 miles south of the Flint Airport.
Let's see.
10 miles south of Flint Airport, 6549 Delta.
Alright, there we go.
Delta 1146.
Just missed it.
370.
Just missed him.
Southwest 25 at 00.
And yeah, Minneapolis, they're rarely on during the day. They come on more so at night, so
Southwest.
we're picking up Cleveland over here. Heck, the East Coast isn't really doing a whole lot either, so I don't know. I don't know. It's still early. Still early.
Cleveland Center, Southwest 1324.
Alright, what are we looking like here? 186 to destination.
Southwest 1324, Cleveland Center, good afternoon.
Alright, let's go ahead and start walking ourselves down. So we'll set up.
Flight level 11,000 for 14,000 for Southwest 1324.
We'll set up 230.
I maintain flight level 30 for Southwest 1324.
Let's see. Hold on here, y'all. Let me make sure.
6 Heavy with you, 350, 23.
Alright. Let's see if we can.
Radar contact mission escort 5760.
5760.
Alright, so dial this down here, I think, is our vertical speed.
American 1158, clear direct for VOR, Papa Sierra Bravo.
And try it. Let's see if we can get it not to be weird on us here. Alright.
Again, to our medic 2C.
There we go.
American 1158, clear layer direct, Papa Sierra Bravo, VOR.
Papa Sierra Bravo, you are 496 direct.
Alright, so we'll come down 230.
338, Marin Station, South Indianapolis, Center offline, main services terminated.
Seatbelt signs on.
Frequently change, but thank you, good night, Viva 22.
And
339 with you climbing 11,000 for 14,000.
let's go to Steve.
339, Cleveland Center, good afternoon.
Go ahead and we'll go ahead and get our
Correction, maintain
approach in here. Let's see.
Plan flight level 350, West 339, thank you.
Alright, so 110.3 will be the localizer. 110.30 will be the localizer, and 11 will be the course. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. That's set. Let's see, initial approach fix will be, drumroll please, JTAX.
South, Indianapolis, turn off line, beta service, terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency approach, thank you very much for your TC number 3, cancel by 8257.
Alright, and 2700 be that initial altitude as well. Let's see, our missed approach procedures, we'll climb to, we have to go miss, we'll climb 1200, then a climbing left turn to 2.9, then direct to the Bravo Alpha Echo VOR and hold. Alright, and let's see, what are our minimums? Alright, let's see, radar. Alright, let me see if I can, bear with me on there. Alright, so that, 100. That's about right. So there's vertical deviation there. I know we're high. That's fine because we're not gonna fly this whole arrival. We'll actually slow down to 0.72. 0.70. 0.70. Alright. Looking good.
Your group insights ready to copy.
Alright.
Delta 1864, clear to...
Alright, so 100 foot dialed into there. Now, once we land,
Phone to arrival.
I want to say FedEx ramp is here, I think. So we're landing on 01 left. We'll land, I'm thinking we'll probably jump off to high speed at Mike. Hopefully.
Delta 1864.
Then we'll
Direct to Cozar.
we'll make the turn here, Echo, and yeah, from Echo then over to Alpha. So cool. Got that. Got that out of the way, all. So that way we should be all set. All right, there we go. And we'll boogie down to, let's go ahead and set up, we'll do 130, 13,000, we'll go ahead and continue. And this helps here, especially for descent planning. So what we could do,
SB01 with you, 90, going for 170.
we can even set all the way to down to 2.7.
Speed 01 stable and sensor good after on the maintain flight level 360.
Time maintain 360, SB01.
Yeah, we can bug in 2.7 there, and as long as we keep close to the same speed there, we should meet that altitude. However, we're gonna have to slow down here, so let's go ahead and start working this speed down here. We'll use some of this additional energy to keep our airspeed. What are you doing? Oh, okay, you're turning. Gotcha. Make sure we manage our energy here. y'all imagine? Not a whole lot going on back here. Definitely the bare essentials. Like I said, you got a few seats back there if you're non-revving or commuting. And that is it.
Switching to advisory, UPS timing 15, have a good day.
Alright, as we get closer to the terminal area, we'll flip back over to Unicom there and make our intentions known. Let's see where we at. 136 out.
Let's keep your wits about it.
And tell you what else we'll do here. We'll do direct
Have to keep your wits about you.
Jutax. Insert that guy. 65 miles. Alright.
Good for our training, this.
Keep that vertical speed in there. Alright, let's go ahead and come off of Unicom here. I mean, jump on the Unicom there. Alright, let's go ahead and make our calls here. Milwaukee traffic, FedEx 1367 is the type A300. About 64 to the south of the field there, 19.7 down 2.7. I'll be shooting ILS runway 1 left approach. Milwaukee traffic. Alright, y'all, I'm throw in a dash of speed brake here. And no, that is not a proper proper term to use for speed brake, but it's, I don't know, just seemed fitting at this moment. A sprinkle of speed brake there, actually quite a bit of speed brake. I guess that'd be more like a whole bushel or something, I don't know. Alright, we're getting down there. Make sure we meet that constraint and stay under 250 knots below 10,000 feet. I need my weather. Alright, 35088 gusting 16. That should be interesting. Not too bad. Alright, let's see. What's that? Now, altimeter setting 3022. Alright, so we'll go to our approach page here. So, wind correction is already built in there. Let's see, can we manipulate that? Got it. Perfect. Alright. Let's see, altitude. Let's see, MD. We'll put 200 there. Alright. Final approach. I'm gonna hold off before we select that guy. Before we select that guy, I'm gonna hold off. Let's just zoom in there a little bit, actually. Alright. Well, looks like we're catching 240 there. We're under 250. That was my main concern. I think we can shallow this out a little bit, huh? Let's shallow this out a little bit. Let's do 1300. See what 1300 gives us. Should give us pretty close to JUTAC anyway, so that way we're not riding our speed brakes. All right, yeah, looking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about the approach so far. So, and we're all set. I'm going to be shooting for about 146. I was debating. The reason why I paused, I'm like, oh shoot. Well, I wonder if we're gusting, but I don't think it's going to be. Those winds aren't that bad. I don't think we'll be bumped around that much now. For like 3508 gusting like 20 something, then yeah, we may want to look at maybe like 15 degrees on the slats and 20 degrees on the flaps, right? But I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. All right, so looks like we're at 240. She's well behaved as long as we, as long as we stayed ahead, as long as we stay ahead of her. She's very, very well behaved. I like that. I like that. All right. I know we're going to be coming in with quite a bit of energy, so I'm going to go ahead and roll. No. We'll do 230. 230. Again, y'all, this is still kind of learning the nuances with this airplane. So, just trying to get an idea of what she will and won't do. Alright, I do want to make sure here alright, sign set, brief and confirm ECAM status is checked. Let's see, minimum set on both sides, yep, ignition as required. We'll put the ignition on once we get up under 10 grand. Let's see. Milwaukee traffic, FedEx 1367, 48 to the south of the field, coming out 12,000 there, down to 2.7, now looking to shoot to ILS running 1 left approach. Milwaukee traffic. Alright. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Was this the airliner? I think it was the American version of this thing that had that incident in New York. I'm going to have to look that up. So I see the rudder inputs thing there. So, the only reason I kind of thought about that. Alright, let's see. Knocking on 12,000, y'all. Knocking on 12,000. Really cool. Goodness. Alright, y'all, 10,000 feet, landing lights on, and ignition to continuous relight. Need that. We can verify that. So on our ECAM display, everything looks good. Pressurization, got no alarms, everything looks happy. Yeah, everything's feeling good, looking good, smelling good. So 9.3 there on 2.7. And last but not least, same thing with the other Airbus aircraft. We just bring that guy down to ILS so we can start picking up the localizer here as we get kind of close. We can use our audio panel to try to ident it via the Morse code identifier, but we should be fine. It's 10.30. For the frequency, so we should be good to go there. Looks like she's wanting to creep up to 2.5. Let's go ahead and sprinkle in a little more speed brake. Get her slowed down. Sprinkle in a little more speed brake there. I want to get under this vertical path here a little bit, so we'll Come on down there. 1 point. Let's see. We'll do 18. Go back to 1,800 foot per minute. Actually, I like to bring this back up to. Yeah, I like to bring this back up to. We'll do 4,000. Bring that guy up to 4,000 there. All right. It's gotta play with the numbers, guys. Gotta play with the numbers to make the airplane do what you want it to do. So, don't think we'll need the speed brake anymore. We'll go ahead and we'll roll this back down to 210 as we approach the terminal area. Gear down to 210. Kind of watch her there. Let's see, maybe a false glide slope there. We're still a ways out. I don't see no flap speeds, do y'all? Don't see them. Wish there was a way we can add different documents to this little EFB here. It'd be pretty nice to give us some flap speeds or something, you know, something to go off of. But I mean, we'll see it here on our display, but only when we select them. All right, looks like we're getting pretty close there to 4. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna drop that first notch of slats there, help us slow down. And we're gonna go ahead and continue on to 3,000. Milwaukee traffic, FedEx 1367 to 5.3 down to 2.7. We're about 20 to the south of the field. Chennai, ILS runway 1 left approach. Minneapolis traffic. Almost forgot. Almost forgot. All right. Let's see. Alright, there's the localizer there, but I don't trust it until what's published there on that approach, because if you select it now and that thing swings, your airplane's going all over the place. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to wait until we get close to JUTAC, and then we'll put her on land, I think. Yeah, I think it's land, I believe. And then we'll fly the approach manually. All right, looks good there. So is that my speed brake armed? All right, speed brake is armed. I'm thinking we can select the auto brake now. I think we can do that at least. Alright, so we're coming up on 3,000 there. Yeah, there's that swing. Alright. What's our DME now? 21. Alright, so we got plenty of time, looking pretty good here, so you know, what I didn't want to do, I mean, I'm sure we could push the speeds or whatnot, but what I didn't want to do is get behind the airplane, especially with with me still not being, intimately familiar with it. Yeah, understanding there's a little nuances there. All right, so ignition is required, landing elevation set, it's automatic. All right. Alright, so I don't foresee this being a horrible intercept angle, so we'll go ahead and arm it. Alright, we'll come down to 190 there. Next notch of, get that first notch of flaps in there. Alright, looks like she's chasing the localizer. We'll see how she handles it here. Milwaukee traffic FX 1367 on a 16-mile follow, runway 1 left, Minneapolis traffic. All right, looking pretty good so far. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I got the airport in sight here as well. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And we'll hold this until intercept. I think we can get away with slowing down to 180. I mean, at this configuration, I think she'll do 180, and we won't have too much of an aggressive angle of AOA. So, slowing down there, man. That's just good night. All right. All right, everything looks good there. All right, so we'll just continue to fly this approach and should be good to go. We're about 11 miles out. Yeah, make a call. Milwaukee traffic at 1367 on short follow, runway 1 left, Milwaukee traffic. Alright. I'm glad this isn't one of those aircraft that has, you know, 17 different flap settings to go through. I can tell you this will be pretty sweet, because really it's just, what, 15, 20, and 40 on the flaps. Alright, there's that glide slope coming in live there. So let's do 170. Let's do 170. Oh yeah, we could have went way lower. Alright, there's that glide slope there. Gear down. 146 on the speed. Flaps 20. There we go. I was wondering, okay, you're gonna move or what are you doing? Alright. What would we say? A buck 46? Alright. That buck 46 in the window there. We'll grab flaps 40. My goodness. Oh, man. Alright, y'all, my airplane. Alright. Little trim. You can definitely feel that weight in the back almost. You definitely need a good bit of nose down trim. So I think our CG was favoring the tail a little bit, so makes total sense. Total sense. Well, we're pretty much visual there, so I'm just flying the poppies there. Don't mind staying a little high in this airplane. Still got a good bit of runway, so don't mind being a little high on that glide slope. We do have some about an 8-knot gust, so it's got to be mindful of that. A little bit of a crab here, not much. Winds are coming out of the northwest, so it's a little bit of crab. Alright, looking pretty good there. Come on down. Oh, fly! Hold it off! Hold it off! Whoo, she's heavy. Man, you can feel that. You can feel the weight wanting to come down there. You try to counteract that with a little back pressure there, but man, she is definitely a heavy bird. That's too cool. Too cool. All right, 60 knots there. I'm out of reversers. I will catch this 90 right here. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think we got a whole lot of traffic. Ease on the brakes there. Ease on the brakes there. Easy killer. Alright, see if we can. I think we can make this 90, y'all. What y'all think? I think we can. But what's this? Is that Echo? Alright. I need to get my charts up in the worst way, but we'll go ahead and clear the active here before we get to messing with all the extra. Milwaukee traffic effects 1367 now. Clear of one left at Echo. I'll text you the rep. Milwaukee traffic. Alright. Let's see. We'll get the airplane cleaned up here shortly. Oh man. Whew. Exhilarating. Alright. There we go. Got that guy up. We'll get those flaps up. Pick them fellers up while they're coming up here. I can get my chart so we won't be completely lost. All right, so we're looking for alpha. That's what we're looking for alpha. Oh, guys, what am I doing? We're in X-Plane, right? Let's see if we can. Let's see. I'm gonna jump off of VATSIM. There ain't nothing going on, and I'm gonna run a replay here, just for the sake of. I think it'd be cool. And if that window wouldn't go away. Come on, go away. Okay. Alright, see how terrible I did. I mean, you can really feel the weight as you're getting slow in this thing. Tower view, so you can zoom in. I've watched videos of these guys, and man, they are yanking that yoke back just to. I mean, this thing it drops once those throttles go idle. Boy, does she drop? So. I kind of floated a little longer than I wanted to. Man, that was too cool. That was too cool. Such a phenomenal airplane. Man, shout out to IniSimulations for this. Well, I ain't gonna lie, this This aircraft came to my left field for me. I did not see this one coming all of a sudden, because I've always gone to these guys to get textures and things like that. You guys have heard of them, right? And you know, get textures and things like that from them, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, A300, what, are they selling it for somebody or something? And no, I mean, these guys came out of the blue, and I mean, just worked magic. Just worked magic. I mean, even the texturing looks really, really good in this airplane. All right, let's get the rest of this stuff off here and see. Beacon light. I need taxi light on. That guy, I can get the APU fired up. What's this, Alpha? Cool. And I mean, I'm on idle power there, and she's trotting along just fine. Just fine on idle power. Man, this thing is just loads of fun. Loads of fun. So the toga button, right? The toga button is actually located as one of these screws here. I think this is it right here. So, what's that? Oh, of course, brakes are hot. We'll go and get that on. All right, so Alpha, I think all the way to the ramp, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Let me pull this back up. Yeah, Alpha to the cargo ramp. So. Cool. Cool. That was fun. That was fun. I wish there was more ATC, guys, but unfortunately my schedule didn't allow for me to hang out with you guys too late this evening. But definitely we'll catch some more traffic here and take this thing out again. This is a fun bird. Not sure how you guys feel about night ops, but we may even do some night ops in this thing. I mean, since, you know, unlike, you know, you can function pretty well at night in X-Plane, so. Alright, I think that's us there. Yeah, I got all those 208s over there. Yeah, I really wish they would have given us a way to some sort of directional control using the pedals, but we have none. It's all in the tiller, which, I mean, that may be totally accurate, and it just may be me. Love Active Sky. Alright. Boom, instant cloudiness. That's cool. At least we got weather. Alright. How do we get in here? So there's UPS there. We don't want to go over there. We don't want to go. I think we'll get fired if we go over there. Let's cheat a little bit. Our flaps aren't going up. Hold on, what's going on here? What's going on here? So the flaps are up according to this, but what, do we lose hydraulic pressure or something? Not quite understanding that one. Oh well. Alright, that makes sense. Let's slow down here. Slow down here and see if we can get in here. Heck, I don't know about y'all, but we can take this one straight ahead. Straight ahead here. Or, well, let's come off to the left. I don't want to block this section off too bad. Let's think that's, what, spot number 1 or something like that. We'll do that one. Yeah, I need to do some homework and see why the flaps, is that something that's true to the aircraft or what? Yeah, what is spot 3? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that one. Alright. Alright, see if we can get this big old thing turned. Get this sucker turned here. Let's go outside here and see what we look like. I'm gonna bump the power here a little bit. Man, that whine. My goodness, that sounds good. Alright. I'm about happy with that. We'll ease on them brakes there. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Alright, where's those bleeds? Get those bleeds on both sides. Everything looks good up top, and we'll go ahead and kill them. And park and brake up there. Seatbelt signs off. Beacon light off. Turn off strobe lights. Everything looks good up there. I'll get these pumps off here. Alright, trim pumps off. Alright, let's see here. Ground ups, we need that, don't we? First thing, we need some air stairs. And I think we need some external power. And I also think we need some chocks. We'll go ahead and call this loader up here as well. Too cool. Too cool. Holy cow. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Woods, what's going on, man? I'm sorry, my chat was all weird today. You can definitely tell. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, this is wow. This is just too cool. Too cool, guys. Well, anywho, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. It was rough going, but by God, we made it. We made it. So yeah, definitely look for more. Definitely look for more content with this guy. This is indeed. I think the keywords that I've heard a lot of folks describe it as more of a pilot's airplane. So I can see that for sure. I can see that for sure. So definitely look for more content with this guy coming from me, and hopefully we don't encounter any more internet issues. But I'm pretty sure we will. But you know, we'll make do when we can, right? We'll make do however we can. All right, y'all. I'm heading out of here. Y'all have an awesome rest of your Sunday, and you guys, please stay safe out there. And until next time, guys, we will see you later.